name is Guru Brahmam, head of the Department of Mining as well as the assistant professor in the Department of Mining. Now I am going to talk about board and pillar mining with conventional mining and continuous mining operations. In this particular topic, one by one we will discuss about it. First, some contents I am given in this particular area. One is board and pillar method as well as the modern mining operations as well as the continuous operations and size of the pillar extractions and methods of splitting of the pillar and diagonal extraction of the pillars and methods how we are going to split the pillars. One by one we will going to discuss about this particular topic. Okay, first of all, board and pillar mining. What is exactly board and pillar mining method? Driving of several narrow headings in particular panel to create the pillars and well as the that particular panel system. In this we will pillars for the subsequent extraction, either a partial extraction or complete extraction we will going to perform. That particularly phenomenon is known as the board and pillar mining operations. In that particularly, for example, modern mining processes. Modern mining processes methods we are going to divide it into two categorizations. One is conventional mining operation, second is continuous mining operation. What is this conventional mining operation of board and pillar mining? By cyclic operation, we can extract the material from the underground mines. For example, some operations are going to involve in the drilling, blasting, unloading and transportation systems. These are the step by step, we are going to do the operations in giving some interval of the time. This is known as the conventional mining operation. It involves the more number of manpowers and it will take large time to perform the works and it will going to consume lot of time as well as the energy. Second method is continuous mining method. In this continuous mining method, we are going to extract the material with the help of high performing machinery as well as the loading and transportation and unloading. All the operations going to perform continuously without any interruption during the 3 shifts of the day in 24/7. The work is going on continuously. One by one we are going to talk about conventional mining method. What is exactly conventional mining method? A manual extraction of the mine and pillar extraction by the operation of the board and pillar. It involves the working the more manpower as shown in the diagram, requires more development in the mine as well as the pillar extraction. The next one is continuous mining operations. Continuous mining operations and shown in the figure. One important mission I was mentioned here, that is continuous miner. The continuous miners is helpful to continuously extract the mineral in this particular mission. Here the set of machinery is going to with the relation of the extraction, unloading and unloading and transportation operations are going on continuously in this particular continuous mining operations. For example, here board and pillar simulation, how it will be going to perform. One continuous miner continuously extracting the mineral. During that the same time, in the back side of the continuous miner, another machine will be going to come, that is shuttle car or maybe some LHD machine. Once the extraction process is completed, that material going to send in the back side. That material going to perform and taking in the back side LHDs, and it will be going to bring that material and transport to the nearest loading stations or loading points in the particular mine. Then next, in board and pillar mining method, how they going to decide the pillar sizes? Based on the different parameters, they are going to decide it. One by one we will talk about. This particular pillar size depends on the some important parameters going to affect on it. One is depth of the seam is playing very important parameter affecting the decide the size of pillar as well as the strength of the seam, then nature of the roof and floor, then geological parameters and time dependent on strain. These are the some important parameters are going to play very important role in the size of the pillar decision as well as the how the particular dimensions going to give the pillar in that particular board and pillar mining method. As shown in the table, particular some important data is given based on the depth of the seam, some width of the pillar, how they are going to decide, and the gallery width, how they are going to decide it. These are all mentioned in the diagrammatical table. For example, one is if the depth is not existing more than 60 meters, That time width of the gallery, for example, you can mention 3. Like that you can see all the data in the mention table. Then next, the typical cutting sequence of the development of the panel. First, in that underground scene, we are going to perform or divide into panel. In that particular panel, we are going to divide sequentially order of the galleries. That complete galleries one by one, step by step, by the sequence order of the panel, we are going to extract opening the galleries and to build the pillars in that particular scene. After that, to involve the machinery one by one, we are going to extract that drivages. For example, heading how you are going to, or road how you are going to drive one by one. For example, coal cutting starts from, for example, number 1 to 4. I am given in the diagram. In the diagram, particularly the extraction process with the help of continuous machine one by one. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Like that, we can extract the mineral. Next, cutting starts from the 5 to 8 right side, and then this operation is known as a multiple pass operations. Then pillar extraction. Once the pillar forming from the panel, in this pillar step by step, for example, selected pillar 1, pillar 2, pillar 3, pillar 4. These are we are going to extract it one by one in the continuous operations. Method of splitting. Once panel developed, then panel converted into pillars, then pillars are going to split into the 2 or more number of splitting based on the size of the pillars. For example, in one panel we are taking into 25 to 35 pillars or 36 pillars. That pillars, each pillar we are going to divide into 2 parts, that is splitting part. Splitting part. In that splitting is known as the sub pillars. These are the sub pillars. Okay. For example, method of splitting. Method of splitting, they are going to perform in the diagonal and step diagonal method of splitting. One by one we will see in the diagram. For example, diagonal extraction of the pillar, we can extract the pillar from the 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Like that manner, we can extract the pillar in the diagrammatically and diagonal way of the extraction. We will perform the extraction of the pillars. The next, step diagonal line of the extraction. In the step diagonal line of extraction, by extracting of the pillars in 1, 2, 3, like that, in each one we are going to extract the pillars. Then splitting of the steep diagonal pillars. Then steep diagonal pillars of extraction. One by one we can extract 1, 2, 3, 4, like that up to 6 as shown in the diagram. We can extract the pillars. Then thank you.